And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, another live stream. I hope you don't mind, as we're going to be discussing a double shooting that has taken place in Birmingham within the United Kingdom. Now again, to be fair, there's a lot of incidents happening over the last 24 hours. We've been live with some breaking news quite a lot here on this channel, mostly to do with sort of suspicious packages and controlled explosions taking place. Now, again, something within the United Kingdom that you don't really hear too often about is shootings. Now, again, we hear a lot about stabbings. We have a lot of knife crime up and down this country, especially in London, and it's almost like a bit of an epidemic. Now, there is a lot of stories that you not necessarily hear about, but just because it's become all too common within the United Kingdom with regards to stabbing incidents. However, in Birmingham, there has been a double shooting with one man killed and another in critical condition. We're going to go through the story, guys, but as always, please do get involved down there in the live chat, or if you're watching this on a replay, do get involved in the comment section below. So what we understand is that a man has been arrested on a suspicion of a murder after one man died and another is currently critically injured in a shooting in Birmingham. Police were called to Rotten Park Road near the junction with City Road in Edgbaston just before 11 p.m. on Friday to report that two people had been shot. One man in his 20s was found in a car but was pronounced dead at the scene. West Midlands Police said his family had been informed and were being supported by officers. Another man in his 30s was found injured at a bus stop. He was found injured at the bus stop and was taken to hospital, where he remains in critical condition, the police have informed. Firearm officers arrested a man in his 30s on the suspicion of murder on a nearby road just before 12:30 a.m. He remains currently in custody. Officers were still at the scene on Saturday as road closures were in place and reassurance patrols were to be carried out, police have said. Detective Inspector Nick Barnes from the homicide team said this is a tragic incident and we have worked through the night to understand exactly what happened. We've already made good progress and arrested a suspect, but I still need to hear from anyone who was in the area that we've not already spoken to. He appealed for anyone with a dash cam or mobile phone footage from the area just before 11 p.m. to come forward. He stated, "We really need to hear from you so that we can build a clearest picture as possible of what has happened." So again, now we're moving on to from stabbings to shootings. Now, again, as stated, there might be for people watching this from another country. To be honest with you, in the UK, it's not really too common to hear too much about shootings. It's more a stabbing epidemic that we have. Knife crime, masses and excesses of knife crime that we always hear within the United Kingdom, especially in the major cities like London and Birmingham. However, this has been a shooting. I think there was a shooting on the Remembrance weekend as well, when that man went around stabbing people with a machete. Alongside that, on the Remembrance Sunday, there was a shooting in London, and now there has been a fatal one in Birmingham. Now, again, we don't know the cause or what the reasoning was behind this, but many would probably point towards sort of gang violence or gangs that's this has been carried out for. But again, that would just be speculation. So again, don't take that at all with anything. There has been no update with regards to the situation on what this matter or what the cause for this one would have been. But it's a really sad indictment, really, of what's happening in the United Kingdom, the state of the United Kingdom, that there's just so much murders actually happening. Again, we are in a mass I would use the term an epidemic of knife crime, a lot of violent stabbings taking place in the country, but shooting almost takes it to a different level, because if you didn't already know, guns are illegal in the United Kingdom. You can't really, well, I suppose you can from the black market or from some dodgy dealer, you can get a hold of guns. So yeah, it is usually not very common to hear this, as it may be in other countries, but certainly such a sad thing to really hear. And again, we'll have to wait and see what this was actually over, what this was about. Again, you're only speculating at this moment in time, middle of the night, 12 o'clock, midnight. on what this could have been about, but certainly seriously sad, because a man has lost his life, and one, of course, fighting for his life, currently in critical condition. So it is very, very sad to hear about these kind of things, and it's really, really sad that it just keeps on happening within England, or the United Kingdom in general. Just so many of these violent alterations, these situations that are happening, and it even makes it even more scarier now that guns are, of course, being brought into it as well, considering, as stated, that it is illegal within the country. But taking some comments in the live chat with regards to this, I thought guns were illegal in the UK. What's the story? Again, they are very, very much keeping it very hush-hush at this moment in time whilst they're investigating. So there's not really that much information out there in the public domain at this time. But of course, as time goes on, we'll probably find out what the sort of motive was, what this incident was about. But again, everything is always treated as an isolated incident, and we'll probably never really get a full update on what this was all about. But a person has been arrested, a person has been killed, and the other person, of course, is in critical condition, fighting for his life after the shooting, or the double shooting, took place in Birmingham the early hours of this morning, last night it went into. But that's the update we've got for you with regards to that situation. Now let me have a little look and see if there's any more information to give you on this story before we wrap it up. But yeah, I think most just simply saying that with the police statement, that one man was found dead in his car, and one man was, of course, found near a bus stop and is currently in critical condition after being shot. The police have stated that they've made good progress and have arrested the suspect, but they still need to speak to people that may have footage from the time of the incident and see if they can get further updates on this. But let's take a little look at some of the live chat comments, guys. Do get involved if you're watching it live. If you're in the comment section, do let us know on the replay. But guns aren't illegal in the UK, says Beyond the Bumble, but are strictly controlled. Yeah, no, you're very right. Yeah, no, to be fair, that was wrong for me. Not necessarily illegal as such, but yeah, you have to have a license to and a reason to have a gun, but they're not very common. You know, most of our crimes aren't gun related. Most of them are, of course, if there is going to be killings, then usually if it's that sort of level of violence, then it would usually come from knife crime, and you don't really hear too much about guns and all that kind of stuff. The world is in self-destruction mode, says Natasha. Yeah, well, these isolated incidents are getting regular, says Collie Dog. Exactly. But guys, thank you for tuning in. I won't take any more of your time. If there's any more updates or anything that comes of this one, then I will, of course, update you as time goes on. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you do. We are making our way to 120,000 subscribers. So big shout out to all of you. Thank you for the support recently. And I will see you all in the next live stream or the next